Okay, guys, somebody asked to give a demo with the Dicom layout fluid. Sophia's down under the weather, so I'm not going to do it while the bench is running. I'm just going to show you approximately what I do. Try to be about 6 inches away from our radius. And what I do is I lightly push the plunger to get as least amount of spray as possible. And I literally aim for the edge of my radius. And my logic in that is I cover the entire port. Now, I watched Darren Morgan. He has 4 videos that are absolutely excellent. Those are the kind of videos you need to watch once in a while and refresh yourself because he's so good. And the way he was saying to do it was literally be like 3 feet away when you spray the Dicom. But you got to remember, he's doing pro stock heads that are flowing 500 CFM. I'm doing ancient junk that's flowing, 200. So I need to be a lot closer. And this is the way I've been doing all the testing so far. If I change and try to go further away, there'll be a new learning curve. Let me pull this off so you guys can see it. Okay, before I forget, like I've been doing, let's take a look at our chamber for our last cut. Splatter, splatter, splatter. Wow, we've got splatter. Literally, I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see where this is. Splatter basically all the way around the damn thing. That actually looks pretty good. I like that angle. I think that looks pretty damn good the way that is. Okay, guys, you can see I did, a cleanup on the chamber. I didn't think that was going to really do anything, but it's nice to actually see. I think we can see a little better on this now, what we got going on. Okay, we got light now. Okay, we got some serious, nice wide liquid flow. One of the really good pieces that I picked up today watching Darren was, he said the flow coming through with the Dicom will tell you exactly where to put the vein. Now, to me, it looks like this vein needs to get pushed off this way just a little bit. I should be able to do something with that. And I may just do that and reflow it. Okay, let's see. Let me get some extra light on this. Hold on, guys. Okay. Valve looks pretty good. No complaints with the valve. I'm also tempted to put a stock valve with the evaporation ridge back in and see. That may actually help at this point. That's another interesting thought. Okay, so what we've got is flows you saw last time when I put a little bit wider 30 on top and I did a 20 to the chamber and then radiused it in a touch. Now I did a touch wider short side radius. Center of the cylinder, I changed the roof a little bit. I got plenty of metal there and I had high speed, so took a little area out of there and I made the pinch a touch bigger where I could. Plus, plus, plus equals, minus, 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 plus, plus. All right, 217 at 0.45 lift is not horrible. I think an E7 gives me a little bit better curve than this, but I know E7 that makes that much air makes a nice amount of power. Then again, that would also be with a 4-barrel, not this experiment with the little tiny 2-barrel. I did have somebody that offered to throw me a set of 188 valves and 1/6 valves. Be sure to add retainers and locks into that, because I don't have any. That would make my life a lot easier, and I could actually flow to higher lifts instead of having this botched up way to do it. Somebody else, or maybe it was the same guy, offered an intake manifold. I wouldn't mind getting a head start on the intake manifold. I believe this project's going to have a single plane, which will really help with the tiny carb. Now, I've seen one of those intakes from the outside, but that's about it. All right, let's take a look at our swirl from what we had to what we have now. Minus, minus equals minus, 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 minus. The swirl took a hit everywhere along here. Do we still have enough? As far as I'm concerned, we do. All right, low until it gets to a decent lift and then kicks. I like it. Now, our exhaust. Did a little bit wider short side radius. My speeds on the short side radius are actually better on this now. So I did a little bit wider, and there was a couple lumps and bumps on the floor that I took out. So we got a plus, minus, 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 minus. It's a loser. It's a loser still. So I went through that whole exhaust port with a small flow ball, and I couldn't get any information out of it at all. It's very even. No matter where you put that flow ball, it removes like the same amount of CFM. So I'll have to think about it. I don't know what else is going on with that. Let's take a look at our pinch air speeds. Our pinch air speeds went up a little bit compared to these because we're moving a little more air, right? We went from 215 to 27. Big 2 CFM, big deal, right? Makes a difference with your air speeds, though. Roof, 215, 238, 230, 237. Went up quite a bit. Short side radius, 386, 381, 382, 387. Where are we? 387, 386, 358. Sorry I bounced the camera around, guys. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do this by yourself. Okay. Sorry, guys. Got a call in the middle of taping. 298, 293, 240. 282, 294, 232. Now, this is on our exhaust, so we got a minus, a plus, and a minus. Yeah, that's a step back. That's why we got less, right? So I need to look at that. In reality, the bowl is too big for that size valve. If I stuck a 1/6 in there, I bet that exhaust port would pick right up. 1/6 with a nice radius, I bet that exhaust port would be banging. Okay. 280, 297, 206. Sad in that corner, right? 315, so that's a plus. 292 is a minus. 197 is even more of a minus, so that corner got even slower. Alrighty. Let's take a look down its throat. Alright, guys. Do you notice a problem with that port? Yeah, I forgot to clean it before I flowed it. Don't ever be in a rush to try to get this stuff done fast, guys. It takes a ton of time. But obviously, that crap in the port will make a difference in how your air flows. Okay? But as far as our liquid flow, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to move that vane a little bit. And I may adjust the roof just the tiniest bit. I mean, with 230, 237, that's pretty darn even on that roof. I may let that slide. And somebody also pointed out that, I don't have a throat. I don't have two cuts. Yeah, it's it's not good. I mean, literally now what I said was I thought, and I have to get the other head out of storage. I thought I already cut these for 20216s years ago. It may be one head cut and one head with stock valve sizes. I don't know. But in any case, this is a practice. This is a practice exercise. So even if this head winds up getting thrown out, it's not that big a deal. I think I paid 125 bucks for these. I can't tell you how many years ago. So, all right, guys. Did I cover everything? I showed you the bore. I showed you the flows. I showed you the wet flow. I think we're good. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night.